Hello dear students, this is Dr. Vishali Jain, your English teacher. So today we are going to focus on the poem entitled No Men Are Foreign, which is prescribed in your 9th class book Beehive, and this poem is composed by a well-known and great poet named James Kirkup. So my dear students, first of all, let's focus over the structure of the poem. And this poem is divided into 5 stanzas, consists of 4 lines each. So all over there are 20 lines, right? So let's go through the poem line by line and word by word. So stanza number 1. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like us, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this in which we all shall lie. So my dear students, in this poem the poet James Kirkup he motivates us to live happily with each other, to have a feeling of brotherhood and ourself, right? So here the poet says that no country is foreign, right? In this stanza, the poet emphasizes the value of the universal brotherhood, and he tells us why we must not hate our brothers and sisters, because we are not different. Maybe possible that we are living in different countries, maybe possible that our culture is different, our language is different, right? But actually, we all have same body under our respective different clothes, and we all breathe, we all walk upon the earth, we all after a proper time we all shall die. Means the mechanism of the body, the function of the body, the necessities like air, earth, sun, sunshine, oxygen, everything is same. So we all are same, we are not foreigners, and countries are not foreign. Maybe it is foreign due to geographical map, but actually we are same all everywhere, right? So now let's focus over stanza number 2. They too aware of the sun and air and water are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. So my dear students, in the stanza 2, the poet James Kirkup very lovingly says, the poet gives a further evidence of the unity of men, and he says that all the people of the world are nourished and nurtured equally by elements of the nature like sun, air and water, and everyone is united by the sameness of spirit. Like us, the people of other countries also enjoy the harvest in peaceful times, and more than that, they dread starvation caused by long drawn wars, and they also toil to earn livelihood, and their destiny is also similar like that of us. So my dear students, again the poet is trying to convince us, the reader, that we all are same, we all are the children of the same God, we all are a part of the same power, so we must live together with unity and love. That's it. So let's focus over stanza number 3. Remember, they have eyes like earth that wake or sleep, that strength that can be won by love in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. So my dear students, here the poet urges us to remember that so-called strange and foreign people sleep and wake like we do, means all have same function. They get up early, they get up in the morning, they get sleep at night, and like us they too can be won over by love and not by force. This is the universal theme, and their experiences of life are similar to that of us. Hence we all find something similar and familiar in each other's life and identify with each other. It means we all are just long, we always long for love, and we can like we can win anyone with the power of love, not with the power of force. With the power of force, we can divide the things and people, but with the power of love, we can be in unity. We can win anyone, right? So, and this is the universal phenomena. We know it, right? Now, let's focus on stanza number 4. Let us remember whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. So here in the 4th stanza, the poet James Kirkup says that whenever we are asked by our leaders or our rulers to hate and exploit the people of other countries, we must remember that this hatred will have a negative effect on us. Yes, it's only a politics like thing, right? Otherwise there is nothing in bloodshed and in war, and there is nothing in fighting, right? There is only harm of everybody. Now it is a form of self-destruction, and if we kill people of any other country, we are endangering human beings as a whole and their survival on earth. We would find ourselves cheated, as it would deprive us of the bliss of universal brotherhood. Definitely the universal brotherhood concept will be broken now in this way. That's why. And we should condemn ourselves to a life of enmity and strangeness. So, no, we can't do this actually. If we obey James Kirkup, if we want to implement the message that the poet James Kirkup has conveyed by this poem, No Men Are Foreign, is that so we must never condemn, we must never feel jealous, we must never cheat like anybody, because we all are brothers and sisters, we all are human beings, and we all should be in a good harmony and bond of love and brotherhood, right? So let's focus over the last and 5th stanza of the poem. It is the human earth that we defile. Here defile means spoil. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hands of fire and dust outreach the innocence of air that is everywhere are on. Remember, no country are foreign and no man are strange, right? So at last the poet once again reminds us that war is futile. Futile means worthless, and it spoils the very earth of which we take up arms against each other. The loss is common to all, means जो loss होगा war का जो भी साइड इफेक्ट होगा that will be common to all, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि एक कंट्री का ही लॉस हुआ है. नो, एक्चुअली जो कंट्री हमें लगता है जोग्राफिकल मैप पर जो कंट्री है, एक पर्टिकुलर कंट्री जीत गई है, तो एक्चुअली that country is also lagging behind in some other way, right? So it will be a loss common to all, and the deadly weapons emit fire and ashes that spread all over and pollute the environment, and the robs the air of its purity, and what becomes a more difficult place to live in. Definitely it is a universal phenomena, right? It is therefore imperative not to consider any human being as foreign and any country as strange, and everything is common and everyone is equal on the earth, because actually earth is the same, na? Maybe America, Britain, India, Nepal, all are other countries, China, but the land is the same, na? Earth is the same, only parts are different, na? So hence we must build mutual respect and trust, right? So this is the message of the poem, this is the message of the poet James Kirkup, that we must have a mutual self-respect, we must have a mutual understanding of love, respect and brotherhood and trust, believe in every human quality in a positive way, right? So here my dear students, let's focus over the rhyme scheme of the poem. So actually there is no particular pattern which is followed by the poet. It means the poet has written this poem in free verse, right? And out of this, let's focus over the poetic devices. So metaphor is there, and for example, beneath all uniforms a single body breathes, right? And number 2 example of metaphor is war's long winter is starved, and number 3 example of metaphor is our hells of fire, right? Now number 2, let's focus. Alliteration is also there. So see, for example, body breathes and was winter. Two examples are there of alliteration. Then poetic devices, transferred epithet is there. For example, peaceful harvest, right? So it's all about the poem. I hope you got it nicely. If you have any doubt, you are supposed to go through the video once more just to have your doubts clear. And at the end of the video, there are some questions also, and you are also supposed to answer them just to have an idea that how much do you know about the poem. So my dear students, until the next video, keep learning and be safe. Thank you.